I think Tom Brady has AIDS. Have you seen him recently?
Yeah. He's something's wrong.
He looks
He's out
terrible.
of leprosy. Is he falling
He needs
apart?
to eat a fucking nightshade or
I don't
two.
think he eats. I think he just drinks water with minerals in it.
Have a tomato.
Too much.
Have a tomato, an eggplant. Whatever you're not eating, start eating. You know?
Whatever you haven't tasted in 3 years, try it. Try it.
You need help, bro.
He's having surgery every other week, so he can't eat. You can't eat before surgery, right? It's like a couple hours, like 24 hours
Maybe
before
he'll be
surgery.
like the next like Michael Jackson or something like
Oh, that's
that.
that's
He'll,
coming.
Looks
turn
like
black.
that.
Look at
Maybe
him.
he'll turn black.
Oh my god.
What do you think Tom Brady's doing in like the dating department? You think he's like smashing ass
I
out
think
there?
he's slaying everything.
You
can.
think so?
That's why he can't eat.
Wait,
don't
I
know.
thought he's with
He
Bradley
ain't with nobody.
Cooper's ex.
Oh, that's dirty. He's getting sloppy 9,000s.
First down, dogs.
I'm sure my boy Sal knows your record by heart.
Definitely, Sally definitely knows the record.
He
I was
had
like-
nothing to say today.
Not even congratulations.
Why don't you go at him? Just fucking
I'm trying to be an adult.
put
How
him
come
in
you
a
didn't
body
go at
bag
the-
and get over it.
Well, how come you didn't go at the guy that said you were a fucking Purdue Farmer reject?
I did.
No, you actually replied to the wrong person.
Did I?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I'm
Yeah.
really bad at Instagram.
Positive.
You're not a good social media.
No, I'm terrible.
I could tell by your TikToks.
You have TikTok?
Oh, this guy's huge on TikTok. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What?
I have like 11 followers.
I do not have TikTok.
What does he do on TikTok?
A lot.
Watch my kids.
Really?
Yeah, but also a lot of amazing Microsoft Paint posts.
Yes.
Like
Big.
from back in the day?
No, from like a couple weeks
a week
ago.
Wait.
I attempted to try and
Microsoft
do
Paint
it. It
is
didn't
still
come
a
out right,
thing?
and I gave up. And then Bob roasted me for it, so I stopped doing it.
Everything that you send us, he posts on TikTok. His own TikTok.
Okay, first of all, though, you can't let this man bully you because he works in this media stuff. He's a professional.
Throwing the bully around.
I'm a professional at everything I do. Let's get this right.
You're a control freak and
Yep.
perfectionist.
Okay. We're doing this again?
It's not a bad thing.
Great.
As long as he's not narcissistic.
Yeah.
How'd that
that's
control
me.
freak work on
That's
that?
me.
How'd that control freak thing work on that last post?
He has social media algorithms down to a T in
It was
his
weird
head.
that you called that before. Like, as soon as you post, you like, this one's going. I was like, what? I was like, I don't get it at all.
I will say he's done it once
Me
or twice
neither.
before and it didn't work. But
Oh, okay.
He,
But they've
he
been-
knocked that one out of the park.
I've done that before?
Once with the cookie one
Which one?
for one of the who are these guys posts.
Oh.
And it just didn't hit. It didn't hit right. But this one you did. You called.
But
it
I got that
beforehand.
other Who Are These Guys one.
Yes.
That we got 30,000 views on. I'm getting close.
You getting there?
I'm getting
I
close.
think there's something about like when you post something that's kind of sort of controversial too.
Oh, you think?
People love it.
Well, it's like a lot that goes into it. It's
People
really is
love
like the
it.
first few seconds mean so much. And
Right,
then
like-
it's got to have context. So it was Monday. Like, so, and then you got to like be strategic in that way. You know?
Fucking nailed it, bro.
That's above.
We got
that's
more to
above
go.
my pay grade.
A lot to go.
Yeah.
I just hate that
brain.
it doesn't result in more followers.
This one boosted it a tiny bit.
20 something.
Yeah.
I think we gained 29 followers and we lost 10 somehow in the last week.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what was interesting though? Because I was checking. All those people reposted and stuff, but no one looked through our actual profile because no one even looked at the stories we had posted. Like the stories still
Oh,
had
yeah,
very minimal
Yep.
views.
Give it
Social
some time,
media is a
guys.
lot. Doing influencer stuff is crazy.
Wait till I get the fucking Taylor Swift share this week. You know? Once I get her to share our shit, we're good. You know?
That's all we need.
I am so tired of that fucking.
Already? It just
Oh,
started.
It's
It's going to last the season at least.
no, it's not. It's got to die out. It has to.
A lot
or-
of people are complaining about it.
It's too much. Like the biggest trend on TikTok today was women going to their husbands or boyfriends and telling them, like explaining the relationship, and they're like, "Yeah," and it's like, "This is gonna be huge for Kelsey's career. Like you don't understand. This guy's gonna take off after this." And then the husbands and the boyfriends getting like irate, like, "Are you fucking kidding me? This guy's one of the best tight ends in the league. How dare you?" And then getting pissed off and you have to leave the like yelling at their significant others like, "You need to leave the room right now. Like this is ridiculous conversation." Like that was the trend. Was this like quote unquote prank and all these things like these women thought it was like he it's so funny. It's not that funny. It's not that funny.
I'm here for it.
You love Swiftie. You
It's
are
a Taylor Swift error.
Have you been to a Taylor Swift concert?
No, because I'm not
Because-
independently wealthy.
Yeah.
Maybe a few more followers.
A mortgage payment.
Needs a mom and a dad still to pay that ticket.
I looked for my daughters. I have a 13-year-old and a 7-year-old, and they were begging me like, "Dude, we don't understand. It's sold out. It's expensive." To get in the building was over $1,000. Just to walk in, you'd be in the rafters. You'd be like straddling the lights up top. That was $1,000. I was like, "Fuck that."
It's a hard no for me right away. I wouldn't even entertain it.
And then the videos from these fucking people. Of these people, like it's like the Michael Jackson back in the 80s where you have people fainting and crying. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
She's a person. She had the thing and she went out to dinner in Jersey Shore. And there's all these posts where they had to shut down all the surrounding streets to this restaurant because everybody in this town flocked there to look at her. What the fuck do you want to look at?
11 Grammy Awards. I mean,
I'm not saying she's not impressive.
she sold 50 million records already.
But do you really care to just get a glimpse of her?
Right, so I
not
wanna
even
see
just
her?
get her though.
She's not even hot.
I just want to
there-
see what she smells like a little bit. She probably smells really good.
So weird. Is
I'm
there
not a red
any
lipstick fan.
celebrity
It's the
that
worst
you guys
lipstick.
like enough to do some crazy shit like that?
No.
What, to like
neither.
show up wherever they are?
You mean like stalk them out?
Stalk them out, pay over $1,000 to see them in concert. I don't think there's a
I got
single
starstruck
person.
one time in my life where I was like awkward. No, yeah, I worked in the restaurant industry, bar industry, so I waited on a lot of sports guys, celebrities, stuff like that. But I was out in Sacramento for a UFC fight, and we were at the after the fights. We went back to the hotel bar, and we were having drinks there. And my buddy Ryan was fighting. He had just won, so we were waiting in the bar for him to come down. And I kept saying the whole trip out there, like if I could just like meet Bruce Buffer, I would go crazy. Like that would be awesome. Bruce Buffer. So we're standing at the bar, I'm drinking, and all of a sudden someone taps me. He's
This
like,
is his star.
turn around. And I turn around and Bruce Buffer is standing there in some ridiculous suit, whatever he's wearing. And I was like, oh my God. Everyone's like, are you going to go say hello? And like, I didn't. I clammed
didn't
up.
even do it.
I clammed up. Like Dan Marino was my idol growing up. I drank beers in a bar right next to the guy and didn't. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like he was all of my wall. I had every Dan Marino shirt and jersey. I was like, all right, he's a regular guy. Bruce Buffer is the only guy that ever made me like clam up.
How many people do you think go up to Bruce Buffer and they try to get him to like announce
Everyone.
themselves?
Everyone
Almost
that meets
every
him,
single
yeah.
one of them.
You know?
Definitely.
It's got to be.
100%.
He does the cameos where I think his most famous one is someone paid him to break up with their girlfriend.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, nice.
But I think he charged like $500 a
An
cameo.
announcer voice?
Yeah.
I only got a little nervous once. When I worked for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, we had Snoop Dogg on there once.
Yeah.
And he had his own room. Like every day the green room was in a certain place. He needed a green room in like a huge building because he had 95 people with him. And he like came walking down the hall once and I was like, hey man, love those Steelers. Like a little tiny boy. I sounded and he was like, gave me the 2-piece.
You just said it like the whitest kid ever.
Whitest kid ever. Really shaky.
Excuse me, Mr. Dog.
I was going to say Mr. Dog, yeah.
I was definitely shaky and nervous. But yeah, I said something and he responded in some form, but I had to go.
Some sign
Not
that
allowed
you
to
didn't
bother.
recognize.
Yeah.
That didn't.
The least favorite person I ever met was Warren Sapp.
You met Warren Sapp?
Yeah, and I almost got into a fight with him.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
First of all, not even near as
He was
big
trying
as
to bang your wife.
you would think he was. Not big at all.
Just a regular round fat
Regular
guy?
little tiny dude. Looked like Wendell from Bebe's Kids.
Oh, great movie.
And he was an absolute dick. It was at Radio City Music Hall. It was like NFL draft night. We were hanging out with Dan Patrick because Dan Patrick like sponsors a lot of beers and stuff like that.
right.
I think he had his own at the time, and it was him. And he was like, we were just hanging out with him. It was maybe 6 or 7 of us, and he was like, couldn't be bothered. We're in like a little tight area where there's only 6 or 7 of us. Like, wouldn't talk to anybody, wouldn't look at anybody, like wouldn't look at the camera when you had to take a picture.
Like an angry CeeLo.
Yeah,
An angry CeeLo. That's
Guy
funny.
Fieri's like that, I heard.
yeah, it's
He's
crazy.
kind of a dick when you meet him.
Who's
at
that, a cook?
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're all assholes.
Guy's grocery games.
I don't think there's a nice cook out there because they're just in one room cooking for other people.
It's disappointing though if you like really are a fan of somebody and then you get the chance to meet them.
What you said, don't ever
and
meet
they're
heroes.
assholes.
You've had to meet somebody. You never met anybody?
Yeah.
Who'd you meet? Who's the best one?
Who's the best one?
Quick, come on, rapid fire. Don't lie about it.
Me
You
and
know who's
Jets?
really sweet? The Dream. Yeah.
Who the hell is the Dream?
The singer.
I have no idea who that is.
No idea who that is.
Holy shit.
The Dream?
Oh, Common was actually super
Common's
sweet
cool.
too. I interned at MTV, so I met a lot of like music people.
You ever meet Warren Sapp before?
No.
You ever meet
Douche.
Snoop Dogg?
No, but Busta Rhymes, massive man and total sweetheart.
Was he fat when you met him?
No.
He came to my college. He was really fat.
No, I don't,
Don't
think
put
he
down
was
Busta.
that.
Busta's shit.
No, he was awesome.
Kurt just got offended.
Busta boot?
My favorite video ever is the car driving with the fucking rubber raft on the back.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's vibrating, and they do it
yeah.
to great video.
That's a great video.
Those are good times.
Anyways, back to it. Taylor and Trav, it's happening.
For reals.
I'm going to save my expectations for this week because the Chiefs are playing the Jets this week. I'm going to save my rant for the end if something happens during that game.
Everybody's got a rant?
Yeah.
All right. I'm leaving that one out because I don't know anything about her.
You know anything about her? You want a couple stats? 5'11". She was born December 13th,
She's not
1989.
5'11".
Yeah, she's so cool.
Absolutely.
I thought she's taller than that.
5'11".
I thought maybe it's those jeans that she wears up around her fucking nipples.
Born in Reading, Pennsylvania to Scott and Andrea.
Wow.
Yeah. $500 million is their net worth, 11 Grammy Awards, 50 million records sold, 49 weeks at number one on the Billboard 200. She's had
Where-
212 of her songs hit the
In the
Billboard
Billboard?
Top 200.
Where did you
She
get
has 212 songs?
She has more than that.
Where did you get
She
that?
re-released a whole album.
Online.
What
just to sell
website?
it.
Because I'm pretty
Because
sure she has
Screwed
12
Run
Grammys.
sold
and
the
she's
album, all the
worth
rights to it.
We're
800
we're all
million.
talking at the same time. What's going on?
You know what's good for the show? The fact-checking live on the show.
Hey, I saw that
what
in the
she's doing?
comments.
Yes.
I saw it in the comments. Someone was pissed.
All that matters is, this is what I was thinking, right? She was with his mother, right?
Right. Yep.
So you got to believe that's not the first time
Can't
they
be.
met.
Can't be.
So they've probably been together for a long time.
Since
At
the
least a
concert.
month.
Since the concert in
A
KC.
month is a long time.
He's already
And
almost
celebrities.
tired of her.
Yeah.
She's about to drop another album based on him,
She had to be snuck out in a popcorn machine.
which is fucking utterly ridiculous.
Do we think that actually happened? I hate the internet. I hate it.
I feel like they're made for each other, though. It's going to work out, I think.
I still have that weird feeling that she's super young and he's old, and I don't know why.
They're the
I have
same
that in my
exact
head.
age.
I know we've said this multiple times.
Born in the same
I
year.
have this weird thing. He just feels older than me, and she still feels like she's 17.
Oftentimes, I fall asleep to her music.
Wow, you're admitting a lot on this show.
I don't know if he's being serious or
No,
not.
I'm dead serious.
I believe him.
I don't think I've tried to listen to her music on purpose.
I think you don't like it because of who she is.
No, I watched her documentary. It was very good.
Oh yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Damn.
I've seen both of them multiple times.
Why didn't you like
Wait,
it?
she has 212 plus songs and 2 documentaries.
The only weird, the
213
only thing
songs.
about her that I find weird is the cat.
But you don't like her.
The cat thing.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
I don't know.
She,
The cat thing is weird to me.
she's talented.
She's talented.
For sure.
You know who else is talented? Catherine Caffarelli. 4-1 last week.
This is true.
That was
Shutting
a
up
good
all
lead.
the doubters.
Back against the wall.
Calming
Seriously.
her nerves.
I believe I walked in here last week, and the first thing I heard was Catherine say, "I need a big week right now. We're going for it. I'm winning this week." And I think that's how you need to go into every week with
Every
that
week, it's
confidence.
true.
It's happening obviously now because I am Mrs. Burrow. Miss. Sorry,
Burrows.
he's like has
Burrows.
a girlfriend. Miss Burrow. And he went 12 for 14 games last season. I'm back. He's back. Big win.
He didn't throw a ball over 10 yards.
No,
till
it
the
was
fourth
terrible.
quarter.
Yeah, last
Doesn't
night.
matter.
It was so bad everybody stopped watching, but
Question for you.
you stayed.
Do you think he's handsome? Because he is hideous.
I don't think he's hideous.
Oh, he can't be hideous.
He looks like
I
fucking
think
Macaulay
his
Culkin from Home Alone.
personality-
He does look like
He's
Macaulay Culkin.
ugly. He's an ugly
Oh, he
person.
looks like a grown, yeah. Like,
Grown baby.
yeah.
He's a
Grown
little boy.
baby man.
But it's his swag.
Okay. It's big dick energy,
Yeah.
which is the energy you had last week when you were making your picks.
I hope to have the same energy this week.
Bring it.
See, someone with big dick energy doesn't
Wouldn't say it
hope
like
for it.
Would not
They just
say
come
it
in
like
with that thing
I
swinging.
am humble. I am humble.
Oh, it's funny.
Anything else for your picks? You just feel good overall?
I feel good. Those 2 games were a little stressful, though. The Indy game and the Pitt game. I was praying for that field goal so it would stay under in the Baltimore game.
Pittsburgh will always be miserable and tough to watch.
Should we talk about Minnesota? Because I feel like
No.
that's a little bit.
Everybody was right. I was wrong.
All right, Trip was 3-2. Come second.
Lost by another half a point on the over-under.
Well, you're not talking about that one game.
Well, no. Well,
That was one game
you're
that you
close.
almost missed the over.
I had the over-under in the Chargers-Vikings, and if there wasn't 3 red zone turnovers, that over hits easily,
Yes.
and I'm 4-1.
I cannot believe that game didn't go over.
It's insane. The fact that Kirk Cousins has been in this league as long as he has, and he does not clock the ball on 1st and goal with under a minute left. There's no excuse for that. There's no, I thought we could.
They wasted
nothing.
like 13 seconds, right?
It was terrible.
It was 13 seconds, and he turns it over on the next play because he was rushed. Clock the ball.
I
Get
thought the
play in.
announcers were going to run down there and clock the ball for him.
Yo, it was. I'm watching the Dolphin game at this point, and I got the volume on that, even though they're up by 607. And I'm watching the other game with no volume, and I'm going, "What is he doing? What is he doing? I don't understand it." There's no excuse that I can come up with that he was like, "Oh, this was the right idea."
Right.
I don't care what your coach said. I don't care what the OC said in your head said. Get up there, clock the ball, set your play. You have 3 plays.
Just imagine if you were the one that picked
You
the
could
Vikings.
have kicked it like.
It's
It was
ridiculous.
infuriating.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
Then it
That
took-
whole fucking fourth quarter was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Brandon Staley going for it on fucking 4th and
I mean,
1
what the hell?
inside his own 30. If Kirk Cousins saved that guy's job.
Yeah.
He would have been fired if they would have lost that game.
What would they even possibly
I
do?
could not believe I was watching that.
That was 100% him reacting to what everybody's been saying about him for the first 2 weeks.
100%.
That he's a different coach. He's not aggressive anymore. When he started becoming this like riverboat gambler, and they're like, he's crazy, and this is
He was always a gambler, though.
always right. But the first 2 weeks, he was super conservative, like
2 weeks.
like super conservative.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh no, I'll show them." And I was like, "No, stupid, go for it when the numbers are there." Or you're like,
horrible.
this is a close one. It was a terrible call.
Don't ever go for it, too, when you don't have a running back threat. Like that, like not even a threat for that guy to run. He was not good.
or you can't line up like the Eagles line up.
Don't get me started on it. That play has to go.
It's terrible.
That play has to go.
Yep, it will. Give it another.
I think it will, too. It has to.
Yeah.
Because it's super boring, and it was boring through the Super Bowl and the playoffs. And last night, what did they do it 4 or 5 times?
Yeah. Easy.
Boring, completely boring.
The guy squats 600 pounds. Tom Brady was the best ever, and I hate Tom Brady. The best ever at the quarterback sneak, and I don't think he's ever gotten on a squat rack in his life.
Right.
You don't need 6 guys pushing you, and your fat ass like get the sneak, get the 1 yard, and let's go.
And you know the setup too. Tampa Bay had everybody in the box.
There's nothing you could do.
There's
Nothing you can do about
nothing
it.
you could do about it.
You literally just have everybody. It's bowling. You have 11 bowling pins versus 11, and then you just
That's
fall
the
forward.
that's the problem with forward progress too. It's the same thing. You just dip over that line for 1 second, and all of a sudden you're over it. It's that play bothers the hell out of me.
I think Tom Brady has AIDS. Have you seen him recently?
Yeah, he's something's wrong.
He looks
Look at the guy
terrible.
with leprosy. Is he falling
He needs
apart?
to eat a fucking nightshade or
I don't
two.
think he eats. I think he just drinks water with minerals in it.
Have a tomato.
Too much.
Have a tomato, an eggplant, whatever you're not eating, start eating.
Whatever you haven't tasted in 3 years, try it.
You need help, bro.
He's having surgery every other week, so he can't eat. You can't eat before surgery, right? It's like a couple hours, like 24 hours
Maybe
before
he'll be
surgery.
like the next like Michael Jackson or something
Oh,
like
that's
that.
that's
He'll,
coming.
Looks
turn
like
black.
that.
Look at
Maybe
him.
he'll turn black.
Oh my god.
What do you think Tom Brady's doing, like the dating department? You think he's like smashing ass
I
out
think
there?
he's slaying everything.
You
can.
think so?
That's why he can't eat.
Wait,
don't
I
know.
thought he's with
He
Bradley
with nobody.
Cooper's ex.
Oh, that's dirty. He's getting sloppy 9,000s.
Is that
Giselle
what
was
all
sloppy
Hollywood is?
9,000s too.
I mean, have you seen the guys that Taylor Swift dated?
I was gonna. You're telling me Kelsey's not getting sloppy 9,000,
Oh my gosh.
But I still think she might be a virgin.
and that's why everybody dumps her.
She's so pure.
Do you think there's one out there that just doesn't give it up and she's a superstar?
Oh my god.
Yeah, because her jeans are so goddamn high. They're like, I'm not taking those off. That's going to take forever. Forget this.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't like her because of what I see and I just think of in my head. Like when she's at the VMAs with a gaggle of girls having the best time. Maybe she's just having the best time of her life.
What's
I
wrong
think
with
and
so.
I'm
that?
just being wrong.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
think
It's
she
probably
is.
just jealousy, straight
Yeah,
up.
definitely. You were at the VMAs drinking wine with your girls.
And everybody would hate me.
You know?
Probably.
I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know either.
Probably.
Speaking of hating you, I don't know. This is not a good segue. You and I both went 2 and 3.
We did. Minnesota's a big fault of that. And last night, I mean, the Rams in Cincinnati forgot how to play offense. I didn't expect that to be a problem. I thought 43 was going to be easy with that. And I know it's not going to make sense to you, but I think that early Atwell TD getting called back changed the dimension of that game.
Tutu.
I really do. If it was 7-0 in the first 3 minutes, I think that game could have went a different way. I don't know how, because Burrow really wasn't throwing the ball well. But the one thing they said during that game was, it's going to take time for him to get back in rhythm with Chase and shit. And I'm like, these guys went to college together.
they're playing-
They were superstars in the NFL for 3 years. Now they need time to get back together. Get the hell out of here.
Do you think the Rams are good though? Like I know we love Tutu and Puka. Love
They're
them.
fantastic.
Stafford's great.
I think
And
Stafford's
Stafford,
great.
I'm always on board with. I said it, he's most consistent forever.
Yeah, I think they're a good team.
But
I
they
don't think they're
haven't
great.
really been.
And I think McVay has
Fantastic.
plays. That's what I think is going to be good about the Rams. Is I think McVay will have plays to get them to win. It was just Stafford threw too many interceptions last night, and the game didn't go in their direction. But I don't think they're a terrible football team.
I don't
By
think they're
any means.
terrible. There's a lot worse teams.
My favorite win of the weekend was the Lions. I think I'm on the Lions train now.
Oh, that was-
I'm off the Bucks. Baker's dead to me.
Already,
I realized they beat two bad teams, and then they got destroyed by the Eagles. They're not going to win this week either. I'm probably going to pick
They
against them
didn't
this
get
week.
he also
should
should have
lose
ran for that
by.
first down.
He should have.
He should have ran for that first down. I don't know what that
They
was.
got
Points.
destroyed
They did.
last night.
They did.
He got 1 third-down conversion on the first drive and not one the rest of the
He
night.
had 85 yards in the middle of the fourth quarter.
Embarrassing.
He got
I had his
killed.
over. I had his yardage over.
Yeah.
That's bad.
They only come close. But the Lions. What about the fucking Lions rookies? Gibbs
Gibbs,
and Laporta.
love him. Sitting on my bench in all my fantasy.
They got another one too. Yeah, same. They got another one too. They got a wide receiver who's out. Like that might be the best draft right there.
I don't know who that one is, but yeah, Sam Laporta is
Jameson Williams.
really working out.
Yeah.
And Gibbs is going to be solid. And you know what? Don't put down Montgomery. Montgomery's a solid running back that's going to get you positive yards. He's going to get you yards. You can make faces if you want. But
He's a pro running back. I
he's a
trust him
pro
in pass
running back.
protection. Fine, but
He's a fantasy football nightmare.
Nightmare.
yeah, because you never know when to start him. That's a different
never
never
story.
start. Yeah, you
Never.
never start him.
Bad.
If he gets a touchdown.
If all your other running backs have broken legs, that's
Or
what you
bye
start.
weeks. He's a bye week guy. He's the guy when it comes up to him in the draft and it's like the 11th round, you go, all right, I'll take Montgomery.
And he'll sit there and you'll never play him.
He's been on the Bears since what, 09?
A long time, yeah.
Yeah. I see, like, he's one of those guys that I'm like, he's still in the league. Speaking of which, I found out last night, AJ McCarron's still in the league. Like, crazy. Crazy.
Crazy.
Not coaching.
No, like, I'm not saying
think I
that he's
knew
old,
that.
but like that guy never played. Like he never panned out. He had like a quarter and a half, I think, of it, and they're like, "Yeah, no, you're terrible. Get out of here."
That's the best. Though.
On Cincy, I was like, "Holy shit!"
That's the best when you see something like that happen.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
When it's like, oh, Sam Castle's still backup quarterback.
You see that in baseball.
He was
a
great
lot.
on the Rockets too.
When somebody comes in from the bullpen that you haven't seen in
Yes,
4
yeah, yeah.
years.
You hear the song, you're like, "Hey, I used to know a pitcher with that. Just come out to this song."
yeah.
Detroit and Atlanta should have went over too. I had some tough losses.
But I'll tell you, I appreciate that Detroit pick because that was you talked about the game. I was worried about the injuries, and I was like, "Oh, you sold me," because I liked them, and I was
Yeah.
like, I was gonna stay away because of the injuries. The big guy over there was like something that got me my third win.
It's going to be a good division.
Yeah.
The Bears are obviously out of it
mean,
forever.
Is-
Probably for the next 2 or 3 years.
Forever.
But once the Packers get healthy,
I mean, I just don't understand
I
the
like
Bears.
them.
He came out against the coaches and then like did that apology on
He
Saturday,
didn't,
right?
though, but he didn't come out against the coaches.
Well, whatever. He said, I got to stop playing my brand of football. And he did worse.
Regardless, that might have been
Worse.
the worst week for a franchise ever.
Gosh.
Oh my God.
The defensive coordinator gets fucking resigns.
I don't even know what's up with that.
He's
They-
definitely
being
touching
invested.
little boys.
Is that what he's doing? Touching little
no
boys?
doubt.
Nothing came out.
No, he's touching kids.
I've heard nothing about it. They said
He's
they rated,
got-
then he didn't get rated. Then he did get rated. Then Peanut Tillman tipped him off, and then nobody got
That
rated.
never happened either.
Like,
They found like a pile of like kids' bikes in his backyard. Is what I heard.
So he murdered some people.
No, I'm kidding. I'm making this up.
the amount of stories I heard in one day.
Oh my
No,
god.
the internet is vicious.
Remember we went on that ski trip
I was gonna just tell you. It's
That's
like
what
the
just
guy's
reminded
basement.
me and we touched all those little kids.
Bunch of Papa John delivery boys getting lost at this guy's house.
And then they lose $100,000 worth of equipment. How's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, it got stolen.
Yeah. They left
going
something
on?
open and fans just came in and took all their shit. And they were they visit on.
Then I got to
How
wake
did they
up
not
Monday
have
morning
security?
and hear all of the fucking trade rumors of like Justin Fields for Zach Wilson. What's it going to take to get it done? And I'm like, what the fuck's happening right now?
done.
Stop with these things.
Here's what I don't understand is Bears fans were delusional about this guy. About, he's the next coming. Because the guy's obviously a phenomenal athlete. But when you watch these breakdowns, which is awesome thing about social media now is all these kind of washouts, 5-star guys that didn't pan out or whatever, are now breaking down film and they're showing you the like, hey, this guy's open and he misses him, and they're showing you here's this play, here's the progression, here's this concept, and when you watch it, you're like, holy shit, he just won't throw the ball to the open guys. And I'm not saying they're wide open. Like Tyreek was wide open all game long. Like they're open in a window. Like Stafford last night, if you watch the game, he was fitting the ball into windows
everywhere.
that were
Three
like
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's 12 inches by 12 inches.
Yep.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
It's kind of probably what Zach Wilson does too. He doesn't throw the ball.
He
Gets too nervous.
he's just,
I'm just saying, in general, when you're not confident about your play, you're
Yeah.
gonna hold on to that ball forever. And then all of a sudden you're gonna be like in your head,
But-
4 seconds just passed. I'm gonna get railed by somebody right now.
well,
You
that goes
suck.
back to the
Not in a good way, John.
The memes, the Justin Field memes are great.
I don't think
They're
I've
getting
seen
out
it.
of control.
Oh, I don't think I've seen any.
It's like he was the best quarterback ever until they invented the forward pass.
Oh my
yeah,
lord.
I saw that.
Yeah, he's not good.
All right. So on the week, we go 11-9. It's a winning week. Again, if you're betting with us, you're winning. Tough week for prop bets. I'm not even going to get into that.
Yeah, don't get into it.
And then season stats. Tripp and I are tied at 10-5. Kurt's 7-1. Katie is one game under 500 and 7-8, but the season we're 34-25-1.
All right.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Got to keep it up.
The first 25 weeks are real tough, though.
Real tough. Real tough. All right. Let's come back.
First down, dogs.
All right. Ready? I have 6, but we don't have to do all 6. Hold on. We're going to play a little game.
I was going to ask you what happened with money shots.
Well,
I'm
you know what? I
excited.
wrote them this week, and then I said I'm going to save them. I'll just add them in when we talk about the game.
We got the gun in the other
But
room.
I almost brought that back too.
It's been a while since I picked up all those pieces of paper.
So disappointed. I like when we had AJ to pick them up for us.
I've hidden it on like the bottom underneath my desk so that no one shoots it.
All right,
I
this
like the
is-
gun.
This is called Tough Guys, Frauds, or the Worst. All right? I'm going to name a team.
Tough guys.
I only
frauds,
have the
or
answers. Tough Guys, Frauds, or the Worst.
worse. Okay.
Right?
What's the difference between frauds and the worst?
Well, frauds, they're a team that's either performing too well and they're really not that good.
Okay.
Or they're not playing well and they're really better than they are.
All right. Like
Okay?
that.
The worst is just the worst.
Can we look at these yet?
So now we can look at them. Yeah. So for the tough guys, we got Tony Sopranos, right? He's the tough guys. They're Sopranos. For the frauds, we got Bernie.
This is Hitler?
Bernie, man. And then for the worst, we got Hitler.
Oh, shit.
So you hold up.
Where did you print these out? Did you go to the fucking
I printed
library
them out
and
at
print
work, and people kind of made fun of me.
You printed out pictures of Hitler at work. And
Yes.
think that tomorrow's going to be an okay day with HR when you get
I
there.
printed them out a week ago. We just never got to the
They're not
game
going to
yet.
let you in the building. They're going to meet you in the parking lot.
All right, so we'll do 3, right? I got the answers. I'm the only one with the right answer.
All right.
Unless you get the answer as
So we
well.
can't look at what everybody else puts up.
I mean, you could just...
We're working together on this.
You can
What are
work
we doing?
together because it is audio, so you're going to have to say, whatever team I say, you have to say, like, Buffalo Bills, they're Tony Sopranos.
Okay.
Right? Or, like, fucking the Jets, they're Hitler. They're just as good as Hitler. right?
The Jets are Hitler. There
Pretty
you go.
much, right?
This is real pardon my
Clip
take
that.
shit.
Oh, do they do shit like this? I don't even know. I
You're
don't
really
watch.
at like the 5
I don't watch
o'clock.
TV.
I feel like I'm on the 5 o'clock hour at ESPN right now.
All right, so we're gonna go Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens.
What are they again?
I have some stats. It's tough guys, Sopranos,
Yeah.
frauds, Bernie, Madoff, or the
I'm
worst,
saying
Hitler.
fraud.
I think they're frauds.
I think
Alright.
they're frauds too.
So the only right answer, I have some stats here real quick. Listen, they'll be good forever, but they're only mediocre. Since 2021, in all the games that they have won since 2021, they've only won by 2 scores 4 times. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah,
Lamar
so-
Jackson is not that good. They are Bernie Madoffs.
Right,
no,
got it.
see,
Woot woot.
Who did you guess?
I did the same.
You did
Fraud.
Bernie Madoff? They're frauds.
no, the fact that they won those all
Doesn't-
of those
no.
games and they were close games means
His
that they're
playoff
tough
record
guys.
is what, 1-3? They are
They're-
wannabe tough guys.
They
They're
have-
frauds. I'm the owner of this game,
Okay.
and that's the answer.
Oh, so
All
then
right.
the next one is just.
I was going to play for a half a point, too. You were going to be able to move a half a point, but I didn't approve that with JK yet.
What do you mean?
All right, next
Are
one.
we keeping these, or so now it can never be another fraud, or they could be?
Well, I'm going to change the pitches. No, there could be a fraud.
Okay,
You don't know
all
what
right.
this is going to be.
All right.
Next week, I'm going to have a
Be all over
segment
the
called
place.
Kurt's Wrong, and we're going to debate. It's going to be 30-second
We
debate.
could debate, but the Baltimore Ravens are absolute frauds.
Okay.
They haven't done anything.
They have the third best
Since
coach in the
Joe Flacco.
entire league.
Was that?
They'll always
That
be
doesn't
wrong.
mean
They're
anything.
does that mean?
consistently in the playoffs.
You got to win.
Sure.
They won 30-something straight preseason games. That's awesome.
I can't believe you just said that. I can't believe you just said that.
I know how much money I've won on them.
Yeah,
and
that's- actually, yeah. No, like I take mine back. Tough guys. Tough guys.
Buffalo Bills.
Oh,
Buffalo Bills. You're all completely right. They're Tony Sopranos. And the reason for that is top 10 in offense production. Third down conversion, they are number 1 at 51%. Top 3 for passing and total yards, passing yards, points allowed. Top. Number 1. Last 2 opponents, 13 points combined. They got to make a run, even though they got a tough one against Miami, right? Instead of money shots, you could pick these up.
get the fuck out of here.
So let me guess. The final one is your boy.
Who's my boy?
Yeah, you can put your team in the end. Steelers.
No, well, I wasn't even
Because
really
that's what I
going
would
north.
say for the Steelers.
It's not Steelers. We're gonna do
Steelers.
because you think
Steelers.
you're holding up the Hitler sign, and that's
am.
not right. So now we're gonna have to do 2 more just so you get confused. Detroit Lions.
Oh yeah. Tough guys.
What are they? Tony Sopranos. We got 2 Tony Sopranos, and this one's deciding whether it's Hitler, Madoff,
No.
or Tony Soprano. You think they're frauds? Why do you think they're frauds?
I don't know. I feel like every year this happens and we are behind them, but then they never.
I'm going to
pull-
cut you off right there because every year it does not happen. They suck every year.
Okay.
And now they're finally doing well. Okay? I got a
Stafford,
couple
they were
stats.
mediocre
Don't worry about Stafford. Stafford's
when he
gone.
was there.
They won 10 of the last 13 games dating back to 2022. They have 2 solid running backs. They got one of the top wide receivers in the game.
I guess they're a tough
Everyone
guy.
loves their coach. Their coach is the definition of America. They are
Tony Soprano.
tough guys. Tony Sopranos.
Right.
One more. Tennessee
What's
Titans.
what's the count right now?
I think you got all 3
I'm
right.
three-
I
three
think
up.
you're
I'm
3 for
staying
3.
right here with
You're
Tennessee
3 for 3.
Titans. 2
You
for 3.
2 for 3. I don't know what you
He's
want.
2 for 3.
I don't think he's held one up yet.
I'm 2 for 3, but you were
He's 2
wrong on the
for
first one. So
Maybe.
Tennessee Titans.
Wait, hold on. Bonus points if when you make your picks later, you refer to your team by what they are.
By what they are?
Yeah, so it's the Detroit Tony Sopranos.
and I'll take the Tennessee Hitlers.
yeah, exactly.
Tennessee Titans. What are they? Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry had 6 yards. I
This is
think,
a
this
4-0.
week. We got Hitler over here from JK. We got fraud. We got one of each.
Are
Frauds.
you on fucking
This guy's-
drugs?
This guy's saying
I mean-
they're Tony
Let
Sopranos.
me answer that.
All right, so he thinks they're Tony Sopranos.
Yep.
They're 30th in total yards, 30th in passing, 23rd in rushing, just because some other teams literally haven't had a running back
I
yet.
guess they're that bad.
They are 27% in third down conversions. The defense is not as good as advertised. Hitler.
No.
Or
Tennessee
no.
Titans are Hitler.
How can you say no? They are
I
the
don't
most
agree
erratic
with
team
that.
in the fucking league.
You're talking from passion right now because you picked them because they're old reliable last week.
Kurt stats.
And you're
I got
pissed.
stats because I'm
And
picking
you're
against them
pissed
today.
now.
They're Hitler. They're absolutely the worst.
I'm 4-0.
They're one of the worst teams.
Pick up
I
those
feel like
fucking
there's
pieces
more
of
work.
paper.
After the break. After the break.
Nobody wants to play them. Vrabel has his boys ready to play all the time. He's one of the best coaches as an underdog, especially a big underdog of like 6 points or more. He always has his guys ready to play. Tannehill sucks. Trust me.
terrible.
He was a quarterback on the Dolphins for years. He's fucking terrible. I get that. But somehow, some way, Vrabel always gets his guys ready to play. You talk to any team, they don't want to play Titans. They're always like, we know it's a big week. We
Did
know
they
it's
play
going to be
last week?
Well, they lost.
They
last
scored
week.
3 points.
They-
I'm not
last
saying
week.
I'm not saying that they're a great team. I'm saying they're fucking tough guys. They're Tony Sopranos. You don't want to play them. They're
You said
consistently
they're
a
great at
pain in
being
your ass.
underdogs. They're great at being underdogs. They're
Yes.
underdogs because they're Hitler. Okay?
Because Ryan Tannehill's their quarterback. That's why they're underdogs, because he's terrible.
Oh boy.
All right, we're way off track.
All right, come again next time.
We
got-
never did the most impressed, biggest surprise, biggest disappointment.
No, but we did Hitler, Soprano, and
that's
fucking.
Maybe I'm gonna so wait, so let's try to match these up, right? So most impressed would be Tony Soprano.
Sure.
Biggest
I don't know.
surprise
I was
would be
very-
Madoff.
Biggest
or-
surprise, you're right.
so would it be Madoff or Hitler?
No, biggest surprise.
When he was
would be
born,
Madoff.
you don't think they were like, oh, this is a nice little
He's in
boy.
art school in his
Yeah.
20s. You know,
Disappointment.
he's a carefree spirit,
Yeah.
kind of on the liberal
Yeah,
side.
but-
Boom.
yeah, but a lot of
Bang.
people gave Madoff a lot of money. They weren't expected to lose that shit. That's a surprise.
A lot of people gave a lot of things to Hitler, not just money.
That's true. That's true.
They're both disappointments.
Pretty sure they all are.
That's it. You're 10-5 and you didn't pick your picks yet? You're not taking this serious.
This is what he does every week.
I know, he does.
He has 2.
That's why it'll backfire.
She's always looking at everybody's paper, I've noticed. Also,
I have
true.
my
She does
picks
cheat.
way
I think
before
she
I get
cheats.
into this building.
yeah, but I don't want you to know what I got.
And we didn't even make fun of the fact that he picked an under when Miami went over it twice.
I know that was one of my most.
Oh.
It's all right. We'll get back to it. I got Miami. It's my first pick.
Me too.
Me too.
Everybody's picking Miami.
I got
Go.
fun facts.
Everybody loves Miami now.
You're recording?
I'm recording.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to First Down West Industry Athletics,
Dogs.
where we compare Hitler to Bernie Madoff and try to figure out who was the better of the two.
Well, there's definitely a worser of the two evils.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
Some people
I said
died,
it.
some people just lost money.
Still
Almost
in
like
nurse
saying
education.
verses.
No, that's worse than that.
All right, let's start the segment over.
All right, so who goes first?
Me. I go first because
All right,
You're not good at this anymore.
that's what happened. So
Well,
it's
you know
Kurt.
what they say.
me, Trip, Katie.
yeah.
All right, wow. That's
the way we roll.
If we don't have jump-ins.
From
If
last
we don't
to
have
first.
jump-ins.
Good for you.
Yeah, we might have jumping.
All right. Guess I'm going to have to deal with the old London game. Atlanta and Jacksonville. I'm going to watch every bit of it because it's going to be in Toy Story form.
I can't wait for that.
I got a 9-year-old that's ready for the Toy Story football game.
There's a
I'm
41-year-old that's ready for the
excited.
Toy Story game.
It's the best Disney movie ever.
I have no idea how
I'm
they're going to do
so
it. It is the best
excited.
Disney movie ever.
Someone
Because
said something
Pixar, they're
they-
geniuses.
They said today, they were like, if this guy's getting to like a scrap on the field, like there's like punches thrown, like, are you going to just cut to the other thing and just watch these little Pixar people just go at it? Like,
Yeah.
if you have a
It's
Mac
so
Jones,
fun.
like smack another guy in the dick, are they going to do that on the Pixar guys?
I might flip
Wanna see
back
that.
and forth for a second, but I'm not joking you. On Sunday morning, I'm watching the Toy Story.
100%.
I'm going
Same.
I'm
split screen.
absolutely watching that.
Got it.
Same.
It'll be. I'm
put-
interested.
Why the
Put the
fuck does
volume on the other game and watch like the commentating, and then watch that.
Commentating is probably going to be even funnier on the Toy Story one.
Yeah, Tom Hanks is doing it.
Is he really?
No, he's not.
No, I'm.
Oh,
my
I was like, is he really?
We
it's
all
Tom
got
Hanks and
so
Tim Allen.
excited.
I just got
Really
Woody.
interesting.
That would be
Woody,
cool.
get it?
They.
Thanks.
Why the fuck is Jacksonville always playing in London?
Because they dedicated one home game a year to London.
Always.
Yeah, they did it like 5 years ago. It's that guy with the crazy mustache. Dude.
Shot Khan.
Oh yeah, that guy was the man.
Is
Yeah,
that how
she-
they get there though? The teams have to agree, like the NFL doesn't set it.
No.
Jacksonville made a deal.
Yeah, Jacksonville
A while
made it,
ago.
but every other team, you can't say no. You have
Got
to do
you.
it.
What about? We'll get to your pick, but what about the upcoming international game that is an absolute disaster that's taking place? The Chiefs and the Dolphins in Germany.
Oh, yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Why is that a disaster?
You have the opportunity to take Tyreek Hill. He's
Yeah.
playing the team that he won Super Bowls with, and you're
you
going to
are
put that
right.
in front of the fucking German Scheisse crowd.
Hitler. He's the worst. Hitler's the worst.
That decision gets to Hitler.
This one's for you. This one's for you, Robert Goodell. Roger Goodell.
They probably
Roger
think,
Goodell.
They probably think they're going to get a lot of Americans to go.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
No,
crazy.
Fly over
they
there.
would sell out with anybody. They would sell out with the Falcons and the Panthers.
Is it a KC home game too?
No.
I wonder. That's interesting.
All right, make your pick.
All right, I'm going the under 43 and a half.
Lunder?
That.
The Lunder, good one. Usually
I told
these games are under. They've played in London, I think, 7 times, and only once they went over 40. So I'm just going with the odds here. I kind of went stat crazy because my picks haven't been great. I'm going Jacksonville, Atlanta, under 43 and a half, unless they script it differently.
I like that. I almost took that.
Jacksonville, very depressing
Yes. It
this year.
was a horrible game last week.
They're disappointing right now. It's really sad.
I am taking the game of the week. It's happening in Buffalo.
Going right to that one.
Dolphins off that monster offensive showing. Now's a good time to pause and talk about Sean's under in that game.
Yep.
Or trip, whatever your fucking name
It
is.
could be the worst under
Ever.
ever.
Like,
It has to be. There's no way it's not.
It's true.
There's no way it's not. They covered 2 times themselves.
the over was hit in like the first quarter.
Mozart ran for the over.
Before halftime.
Anyway, it's going to be a good game. The Dolphins off that monster offensive showing. The Bills are back on track after their week 1 dud. I think it's too early in the season for the home field advantage to make a difference in Buffalo. And just, I'm riding with the Dolphins.
Riding the hot.
I'm jumping in.
They did
Oh.
what they did without Jalen Waddle. Amazing.
Yes, they did. And Denver's not even that terrible on
Plus 2.5.
No, Denver was. That was
terrible.
No, I know, but I'm saying they shouldn't
They're
be
bad.
that bad.
No, they are.
No,
they
they're
are. They don't even. They did not care. It
terrible.
wasn't like the Dolphins whooped them, but it got to the point that they just stopped caring. It was painful to watch. They're so bad. Nobody listens to Sean Payton. The guy screaming, yelling. Nobody gives a shit.
Miami Dolphins
bode well.
plus 2.5.
That's a Dolphin.
That's a dolphin.
Speaking of Dolphins, that's actually what's helping Aaron Rodgers heal his
Oh, Christ.
his Achilles. The mating sounds of dolphins have been known to like heal ligaments.
He
I don't
said,
believe that that's a true statement. Is that a true statement that you're making?
100%.
Oh, my goodness.
He said that on the McAfee show.
He also said
was
that
also high as a
he
kite.
hinted at being at the game this Sunday.
Interesting.
Covering his
That's
eyes.
what we need. It's exactly what we need. A little bit more of a distraction.
Or
Take-
it could amp
take-
up the team.
We'll get Taylor Swift in one corner. We get Aaron Rodgers in the other. Nobody pays attention to the fact that the fucking Chiefs score 70 points on the Jets. Perfect.
Question, though. You don't think he should be on the sideline trying to help out a little bit?
That would be great. But
I do. I think it's good for the team.
No, he's been there 6 weeks. It's not like he's a Jet quarterback that's there. He's not Testaverde back in was it 93 or whatever 99.
The
whatever.
players
He can
like
help
him.
the
They're
kid.
He's respected.
It's respected. He got there ring chasing. They brought him into ring chase. It's not like he was like, oh, I love the Jets. I love this organization. He has no ties to it whatsoever other than the Hard Knocks. And if there was no Hard Knocks, you'd be like, this guy will never fucking show up near the facility ever again. But Hard Knocks, because the Jets had final cut on it, made him look out to be Mr. Jet. And this guy was so all in. He doesn't give a shit about the Jets.
You are so negative.
You said you're jumping in.
Irritating me. Yes.
jump
What
it.
are you jumping in? Going Bills?
Yes. No, I'm going Miami. Taking Miami plus 2.5. Miami is one of only 4 teams undefeated against the spread.
Love it.
Yeah. They're just freaking good. They're really good. I'm not sold on yet. They're a great team. They're a good team, but I don't think they're one of the great teams.
They had more
year.
offensive yards last week than the Broncos have all season.
What's the fucking rookie's name?
Buffalo?
Achu? What's the guy's name?
Achane.
The running back? Achu?
Achane.
More rushing yards than the Jets had all of offensive yards.
Wow.
So Miami is good. We agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Big
making
big
sure.
addition was Teron Armstead. Their all-star Pro Bowl left tackle is back. He's healthy, and the guy was a fucking monster. He was laying out secondary guys on every one of those weird pull plays. It was crazy.
All right, we get it. The Dolphins are good. We're not celebrating it.
Yes.
All right, I'm jumping on that game as well.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to take under 53.5.
Are you sure?
I believe, Bob, your pick?
53 and a half.
You're up. Your pick.
You don't
Oh,
want to
no,
talk
everybody's
about
got
it?
one.
I already got one.
Yeah. Everyone has one.
Everyone's got one.
I got one. So he goes again.
I go.
You don't want to talk about why it's going to be under?
No.
Okay.
Division.
The Dolphins are going to score 106 points
It's a division game.
in this one.
And they have to go under because I've lost twice last
I'm going with the Bernie Madoff's Ravens. They're 10-3-1 against the spread as an away underdog, 6-2 against the Browns, 19-3-2 against the spread after a loss since 2018, I think. I'm going Baltimore. It's a division game. It's going to be close regardless. I'm taking the 2.5 points. Baltimore Ravens.
I
Bernie
really
Madoff's.
respect your picks are all based on stats
I'm
this
trying.
week.
I'm trying.
I like it.
I need to get up in the red, in the green, in the green.
Black?
In the black. Never understood that. Felt bad. Feels like a bad one.
All right. I've got the Cincinnati Bengals going to the Tennessee Hitlers.
I have that too.
The Titans, you guys were arguing about it. They're just tough to figure out. Erratic offense. 1 week, Travis Henry is going to go off for fucking, 200 yards. The next week, Ryan Tannehill is not going to fucking throw a touchdown pass. So, no faith in him. Pretty soon, we're going to start seeing those backups. I think Burrows and the Bengals, they got back on track on Monday night against the Rams. Bengals -2.5 against the Tennessee Nazis.
I'm taking that too.
Oh!
What are you fucking looking at my
Somebody's
sheet?
staring at the paper, kids.
Can you shut up?
What did it say?
have to move our seat up.
Whatever Bob chooses.
I'm glad. No, I stole her pick. She was 4-1.
Cincy at Tennessee. Yeah, I'm taking the -2.5. I love them.
Oh, we can tell.
I've been loving them for the past couple of seasons. Yeah, I don't have much to say. You said everything.
Think they're
Chase
back on
and
track.
Mixon or
Back on track.
yeah.
You watched that game last night and thought they were back on track?
They're
Or
back
did
on
you-
track.
I don't necessarily think they're back on track, but I think
'Cause
this
they
could
did
be the
not-
game
A
that
win
they
will do
get back
wonders.
on track.
A win will do wonders.
This is the game they get back on track.
All right, Trippy.
I'm going to take the Detroit Lions +3.5.
Fucking Thursday night game. This guy.
No, I'm sorry.
is
No, I didn't
hilarious.
say no,
And then
You
this-
didn't have that?
Chicago
Okay.
+3.5. Chicago +3.5.
You should really study.
Chicago +3.5. In week 4 or later, when two teams that haven't won a game play each other, the team that's getting points is like a 60% favorite. And based on that only, am I going with the Chicago Bears? They might be the Stalins because they're worse than Hitler. So they
They're
might be the
bad.
Chicago Stalins.
They are bad.
If you were ever going to take them, though, this is the week to take them.
Yes.
+3.5.
The Broncos. Come on.
Wait, I actually
I think the
have that
Broncos
game.
win, but I think the Bears make it.
They cover. It's
Yeah,
the hook.
they cover. Yeah, that's why I love that fucking hook. But yeah,
I have Denver at Chicago too, but I have under 46 points.
That's a nice
yeah,
bet.
it's gonna be a 10-8 game.
Both teams are awful. The Broncos lineman, did you see his interview? I felt so bad for him. He's like, I've been here 7 years. All we do is lose. All I've done is lost over the past 7 years. I think they're bad on the field. I think their locker room is also a mess. Like, they're divided.
I think nobody's going to watch that game.
No.
As long as they get under 46 points, no one has
There
to
you
watch.
go. It's a good bet.
That guy should retire. That guy that's been there for 7 years. Just fucking end it. Jesus. right?
I don't know what's going on.
Maybe he needs to come to the Jets. We need linemen.
Oh my goodness.
And
Too
every,
late. I don't need a 7-year-old veteran lineman.
No.
and just you live in Chicago, so every weekend like 30 people are dying randomly.
It's just fireworks.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a second pick?
Yep.
Dang nabbit. All right.
This is working out nice.
We are gonna go with listen, I'm taking points on this one too. LA Chargers are 9 and
No.
15 as home favorites.
No.
9 and 15. I don't know what you're saying no for so bad.
No.
Garoppolo is a born winner.
When?
Or he will lose by 4. I'm taking points. I'm taking Vegas. Listen, they got the top wide receiver in the game. That's playing as a top wide receiver in the game right now.
Devontae?
All right, Jefferson's better, but Devontae's got more touchdowns. He's
I
more
like
of a threat.
Devontae.
I think this is the game that Jacobs breaks out. If he doesn't break out, he's done. If he doesn't break out, he's done. Chargers are awful on defense.
And they're
Okay,
losing all of their offensive players.
Listen,
It's
Keenan
basically
Allen-
Allen-
Herbert
Hurt.
and freaking Keenan
yeah,
Allen.
and Keenan Allen is not that good. I mean, 18 receptions was out of control and a passing TD. He's old.
He also had more yards than the Jets'
I
entire
think
offense.
but I think that was his peak right there.
Can you imagine
that
he
was his
didn't play
peak.
in San Diego? That
was-
fucking guy's great.
It is.
Yeah.
He's the stereotypical like guy that gets buried in San Diego or a spot like that because he's so consistently good, and he just doesn't get the credit for it.
He's the opposite of Hitler.
Right.
You know?
Listen,
Depending on your viewpoint.
Garoppolo embarrassed his 20 family members on Sunday Night Football against
Yeah, that
Pittsburgh
was
Steelers. He will come back, and it'll be close. I don't know if Vegas is going to win, but it's going to be close. There's no way Chargers are going to blow him out.
I was taking a real close look at Garoppolo this weekend. Like, you know, I think a couple weeks ago we said he was handsome.
It's gorgeous.
If you look really close at him, though, he kind of looks like one of those like cicada bugs.
Ooh,
Take a look at him. Got
Cicada
weird.
bug?
His eyes are in a weird spot on his head.
Yeah, he's got deep eyes.
Yeah,
he's got
and they're,
deep
like,
eyes. That I know.
outside, you know?
Yeah. And he's got like a weird frame of hair all around. Yeah, he's a little creepy.
Yeah, but that jawline,
He slayed
Yeah,
it.
strong
with the
jaw.
5 o'clock shadow,
Straight up slayed it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Strong
like
jaw.
that's
So handsome.
that makes up for whatever he's got wrong up top.
But also, wasn't he dating like some old ass porn star?
Porn
for a
star,
little
right?
while?
Yeah, that's what I
That was
think.
rough. She was like page 11
a bad
or 12.
move.
Talk about sloppy 9,000. That's sloppy.
At least.
He makes
That is
lots of
sloppy.
bad decisions.
That's true. Not this weekend coming up, folks.
All right, is anyone else jumping in on that?
Nobody's jumping in on
No.
that game. +6, taking them.
This morning I was like watching or listening to the Fan or something like that, and they were talking about the Saints, and like somebody was talking about Jameis Winston. Like, how often does that name come up? And everybody says it's a pretty good quarterback,
Once a year.
right?
Yeah,
He's going to play this weekend.
he is.
He just makes crazy shit happen.
He does.
Yeah,
He's wild.
I mean he'll throw 25 picks in the game, but
But he'll throw 30 touchdowns.
Yeah, I was going to say, he'll probably throw
25
4 touchdowns.
they're also getting Alvin Kamara back this weekend.
Yes.
Really?
Yes,
Yep.
they are.
He's back.
I don't know how much he's going to play, but yes, they are.
He's back. You
It's
do, you do your research on that?
No, I didn't know. I think that guy's been out forever. I just assumed he was never coming back.
No, he's
I
back.
was like, I just assumed the league was like, you're a piece of shit. You're not coming back. But apparently, if you're good at football, come on down.
Yeah.
We got the Tennessee Hitlers already in the league.
Wow, this is a good thing here that's about to come up. The Baker Mayfield's dead to me. Forgotten all about him
So
after this
quick.
past week.
It's so quick. It's amazing how
He
quick.
turns so fast.
I actually wrote this. It's the Saints, right? I said, give me the Satans -3 at home.
Oh my gosh.
This is the Halloween episode.
Halloween episode.
I actually love that pick. I didn't have the goal to pick it, but I had it circled 3 times. I love the Saints at home in that situation.
Weapons all
I
over
really
the field.
do. Yep.
Getting-
He is going to use those 2 wide receivers like fucking trash, like dirty trash. I don't know what to compare it to. Cut that out.
Are you high?
No, I'm just excited.
Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham got a touchdown.
Oh my God. I almost,
Best hairline in the league.
Oh my gosh.
I almost spit out my beer. I was like, what the fuck was it? I was like, that's not Jimmy. I was going to text you guys like, holy shit, was that Jimmy Graham? And I was like, no, they'll roast me for being like, dude, that guy retired 10 years ago.
You sure that wasn't Jimmy Graham Jr.?
Talk about a guy that you haven't seen in a while.
And then watching like the Sunday night right before the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, what? Like,
It's amazing. I couldn't believe it. That's funny.
Jimmy Graham's dating Britney Spears. She was up in the booth with Mrs. Graham.
Oh my God.
Mama Graham.
Was she just spinning in circles, thinking it was dancing?
We need to say a prayer for her.
Oh, man.
All right.
Who's up?
Trip.
All right. We got a hot one. I am going with... I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals plus 14.
You did that last week.
Yeah.
2 in a row is going to be tough.
14 is a lot of points, man.
is.
It's a divisional game, and I'm getting 2 touchdowns. The Niners are good. I don't know that they're, blow a team out like that good. They want to run the ball. They're going to try to run the ball as much as they can. They can control it. Nice, slow game. I'll take the 14 points.
I'm jumping in on that. I had this conversation before we started recording with him. Arizona, I have plus 14 too. Also undefeated against the spread so far this season.
All right.
And yeah, San Fran, I don't feel like they haven't blown anyone out. I think they're amazing.
Killed the Steelers week 1.
I love Purdy. I love Purdy, Debo, Kittle, all of them great. But Arizona has been competing.
They're not that bad.
What?
Joshua Dobbs.
Looks
I
like
mean, they're
a
over
ball
under
sack.
his 4 games.
The guy can't even buy his own jersey
Oh, that was
in
great.
their fucking
Yes.
team shop.
Yeah.
No.
It's not even an option when you go to the thing to create your own
Really?
custom
Yeah.
jersey. They don't even know who he is.
Isn't he a rookie?
I don't know. He's not a rookie.
No,
He's playing
no.
for another team.
What the hell is... Oh, because Murray's hurt. When is that guy coming? Is he playing again?
When does
Is he gonna
when does
play?
Call of Duty come out? Like
Oh,
October?
yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
He'll be back after that.
Wow, that's a lot of points.
Once
See
he
what
proceeds.
It is a lot of points. It'll be sad when it's 28-0. Who's up?
You are.
All right.
What's that?
Listen,
That's weird.
sorry, Jet fans. I'm going with a top dog team. I'm going with KC in the Meadowlands Sunday night. Hopefully this will make the NFL switch all of the other Jet games off of primetime football.
Hopefully.
Mahomes is not hurt, so I think he will kill the Jets. It's mainly because Zach Wilson can't do anything. I don't think he's going to turn it around in a week. I don't think he's going to turn it around against KC. I'm going to take all those points and go with KC.
Listen, you don't have to fucking look directly at me when you fucking talking bad about the Jets.
I'm sorry. I
All
didn't
right?
think you cared about them anymore.
I don't.
Honestly, I'm not mad. I'm going with Casey too. I'm jumping in on that.
You have everyone's bets.
Hopefully you do
It's
have
only
everyone's
no.
bets.
If this was reversed, everyone would have my bets.
It's a good point.
It's because I'm
True.
going last.
True.
But yes, Kansas City at Jets taking them -9.5. Chris Jones is a monster on defense that they got back, and he's going to probably demolish Zach Wilson. Also, it's true.
I hope
I'm
so.
going to be honest.
I really
at
hope
this
it's his
point.
last game.
Chiefs O-line is only one of 2 teams that have not allowed a sack. I mean, their O-line is insane. Patrick Mahomes has so much time when he's throwing the freaking ball. The other team, by the way, is the Cowboys. But yeah, Casey found their groove. They also passed it to so many more people besides Kelsey
All
last
over the
week,
place.
which was great. Casey.
And I mean, Swifty coming to the city? Come on.
50-50. I'm taking this game too. I'm taking the Chiefs over 42.5.
Just the Chiefs, right?
Just the Chiefs.
Just the Chiefs.
I took the over last week. I took the over in the Chiefs game last week. They helped me out with that. I got that. But here's the thing, right? I'm not going to watch football for the rest of the fucking year. If the Chiefs
Yeah.
destroy the Jets and I have to see Taylor Swift every 5 fucking minutes in the corner of the end zone with Kelsey's mom, his brother will probably fucking be there.
Yeah, it's Sunday night. Everybody's
You know,
gone.
like if I have to see that same thing that the Bears fans saw last week at home at MetLife Stadium, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Really?
Yes.
I think she's definitely going.
I don't know. I hope not.
It's a Sunday night.
Because I can't stand it.
First primetime game
I
as a
love
couple.
her. I don't ever want to talk bad about her.
First time primetime game as a couple.
That is going to ruin my life if I have to watch that.
What if the Jets win?
I'm jumping on this game.
I'll watch.
Oh!
Then I'll watch.
I'm taking the Jets
I knew you would.
plus 9.5.
Somebody had to.
Why is this spread not 500? This spread at 9.5
Tuesday.
doesn't make sense.
It opened up
You did
better
this
than
last week.
It opened
though.
up at 8.5.
Did that work for you?
What?
When you said last week when
How
you
many?
took the over?
What's my record?
No, when you took the over last week. I'm
that's what I
asking
like.
you.
Which one?
You said
I took
there's
3
something
over-unders.
Vegas knows that we don't know. That's why they put this so high. And I
Yeah,
don't
no,
think-
that's the one that we had 3 red zone turnovers and it didn't go over. That's the one that everybody agrees was a great bet, but just didn't happen.
If he wins this jet pick, I'm going to be really furious next.
As long as it goes over, I'm good.
I know it's so much safer that way.
Everyone, this might be the
think
first time we've ever had everybody on one
I
game.
can't imagine
That's
that
true.
happening.
I think it is the first time.
What should we
had
call
this.
this?
I don't think it's going to go over either.
It's not a family play because we're not together.
The Chiefs' offensive line is not good at all. I understand their stats look well. They've replaced their 2 most important positions on the offensive line this year. They've replaced both of them. They don't have a good offensive line. He's getting rid of the ball or he's running for his life. They have the Jets' front 7 is one of the best in the entire league. Quentin Williams, who is the nicest guy, you'll like in every interview, every behind the scenes thing, is a sweetheart. Almost lost his mind on the sideline last week.
Great smile.
This is the last week for them. Because if they don't even like put a showing on this week, everybody's going to quit and they're done. This is the week they're going to come psychotic. I think they cover. I don't know if they win, but I think they cover. I think that defense plays out of their fucking minds this week to show everybody that they are the elite defense.
Do we know anybody that can we could get to hack into Taylor's Bumble account, and get Garrett Wilson in there? She's swiping right on Garrett Wilson. Next thing you know, they match up. She's in her own darkness retreat all of a sudden.
So Aaron Rodgers is probably just going to come to the game to try and sweep her up.
Oh no!
Yes, there's got to be. Actually, now I want her to go. Let's see what
Got to be
happens.
some star drama there.
Now think about it. I said, I think in the first time we recorded, I said the Chiefs are done once those rumors
did.
came out.
You absolutely
I said,
did.
So now you're going to have a whole week of all this Taylor bullshit with Brittany Mahomes.
Coming to the city.
Who the city had a petition to get her to never come to a Chiefs game again because when they got married that season, Patrick Mahomes was awful. So she's going to be feeling herself. She's going to try to get with Taylor. Patrick Mahomes' brother is going to probably try to kiss Taylor, whether she wants it or not.
I thought he was in jail.
That's kind of his MO. That's what he does. He was there the other week. So they're going to have drama in the box all over the place. You got Patrick Mahomes and the entire Chiefs team waving to her while she's in the suite the other day on the field.
It's the Jets. It's fine.
I understand that.
It's fine.
But you're talking about
Fix right.
a pissed off New York crowd and a pissed off, very good defense. I hate the Jets. They're terrible. The defense is very good.
They are very good.
They're going to show up this. I think they cover 9.5.
They
I do.
still have to score points. I get it. The spread is high, but
And
Defense.
if the
It's
defense
low.
is on, the defense can be good, but if they're
defense.
on the field the whole game, they're gonna tire out.
The defense is not good.
Our offense is 0.
The defense is not good. The offense sucks. The coaching's terrible. The fucking coach is goddamn delusional. He keeps saying the fucking quarterback's good. He's our guy. He's taking a step forward.
What's up with
What is
that?
he
though?
supposed to
He's a
say? This guy
fucking idiot.
sucks.
I think there's no soul in that place right now already,
No,
and it's
it's
only
over.
week 4.
You don't think right
Can't
now?
wait for the fucking lacrosse league to start.
You know that stupid fucking wall that they
PLL.
have? The fucking that. By the way, that just ended. The stupid wall that they have.
When it comes back around.
The Jets
Let me know.
was literally 3 days ago. But that Jets wall with all the fucking games, they got a primetime game. You don't think he's grasping at straws going, this is it, this is the week, our last bastion of turning this thing around. They'll buy in for one more week and maybe they get blown out and then everybody quits and it's over.
Denver after
Maybe the defense does, but
I'm telling you, this
no
they're
one
gonna
believes in
keep it.
Zach.
They're gonna fight.
All right.
They
all right.
still-
We got to find a way to fuck with
If
Taylor
KC
Swift.
ends up winning by 21, all this conversation is garbage. I'm taking the LA Rams plus 1.5 against Indianapolis. They creeped out a close one against Baltimore. Got really lucky with a pass interference call. Indy is not as good as their record is. Sure, if Richardson plays, it's going to be a close game. I think I don't have it down, but the Rams' record after a loss is ridiculous. McVay will get them back in order. They have the weapons. I'm going Rams plus 1.5.
Oh man,
Is that it?
I hate
Because
that.
everybody
bet.
went that last one?
You know what's funny is that Jets one, I threw my paper down because I thought I was done. I still had one more pick. And I was like, fuck.
I bet Indy today.
Already?
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. The Steelers are going to Houston. At home, Texans are 3-point underdogs. How's that possible? They've got not only the best rookie quarterback, but one of the best quarterbacks this season so far.
He's the best rookie
CJ Stroud.
Oh, by far.
Really?
By far. He hasn't thrown a pick yet.
He's crushing it.
Still haven't seen anything great out of Kenny Pickett over there.
You're right. I'm not going to argue
25th
that.
in passer rating, 27th in completion percentage. And Pittsburgh cannot stop the run.
I mean, they're doing okay.
No, they're not. With your fucking jersey.
Jacobs didn't do anything, and TJ is going to scare the shit out of this rookie quarterback.
So a big game from the Texans run. It's going to open it up for Stroud. Houston, +3. Just
That's
the way
a
you looked at me
surprise.
for that Jets pick, I'm
Take it.
fucking looking right at you.
That's fine. I'm not scared about Houston.
You wanna wrestle?
We're going to be 3-1 going
wanna
into
wrestle right
Baltimore.
now?
We'll wrestle. I'll wrestle you.
You guys will both be out of breath by the time you get out of your chairs.
Move my mic out of the way.
I love that pick. Love it.
+3. Now
Love
I'm
it.
done. My paper's
Love it.
down.
Love it.
I'm
Love
going to pick it back up because I can't remember all my picks.
You have to do it by memory. I got Hitler by 3. I got Adolf by 9.
I got Hitler minus 60 million or so.
Somehow I got Osama bin Laden in here.
Oh my god.
That could be the
I
weeks
know.
the worst.
I know what's coming.
Run through your picks. Oh, you have one left?
I got one left. Yeah, I love the fucking Houston pick, but I want to make this pick just to piss off Kurt, to have him go crazy and piss off pretty much everybody in the room. I'm taking Minnesota.
Oh, no, you're not allowed to do that. We all agreed. We all agreed
had
after
to do
last
it.
week. That's ridiculous.
minus 3.5.
You only get a half a point if you win. I can't believe you're going to do that.
Minnesota, again, they're
You don't even know what to say.
Nope, they're not that bad. 0-3 one-score games. They've fumble luck. It all came back. It's going to swing back the other way.
Oh,
They've been 0-whatever in one-score games for the past 7 years.
They were 11-0 last year in one-score games. This year they're 0-3 in one-score games. Their fumble luck, which is like a fumble that anybody can go do. Their fumble luck this year is insanely high. Their fumble luck in their benefit last year
that
was
an
crazy
actual
high.
stat?
Yes, it is.
Fumble luck.
Fumble luck, yeah. So it's gotta swing back. And I knew it would drive you guys up a wall.
I mean, it's kind of like this weird safe bet,
It's a
but I
weird-
wasn't touching. I looked at that 9 times going down the list, and I said, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to do
The way I
Vikings.
do
No,
this
no.
is I copy and paste all of the picks down in the my notes section, and
Right.
the first one I delete is the I don't even look at the line. I delete the Vikings and I delete the
And the
Chargers.
Thursday night game.
First.
Oh, Chargers
Yeah,
too?
gone.
Really?
Can't deal with them anymore.
It's true. They're kind of like the Vikings.
Yeah.
Same team. And they just play each other and did get the fucking over.
I can't believe it.
They had a whole quarter to get that fucking over.
And they were in the red zone multiple times.
Multiple times.
I was like, I went from starting off the day, I'm like, I'm going 0-5. Then all of a sudden I was like 2-1 or whatever I was.
I definitely thought I was
And then I
going
saw
on
that
fire.
one and I'm like, oh,
Both of you
3-1.
guys.
Easy. Layup.
Yep.
I was being real quiet.
Yeah, you were. Everybody. That's why I asked at the end of the night. I'm like, did anybody win today? Because I feel like this was.
Well,
an
it was
awful
like
day.
137, and I was like, I'm 0-1. Dolphins is going over. I was like, I'm going 0-5. They're like, guys, it's done kickoff. I was like, and the Dolphin game apparently is going over.
Oh man. All right, I got to remember these picks. London game, Atlanta, Jacksonville, under 43.5. Wow, I got all away teams. All right, Baltimore, Cleveland, +2.5. Rams, +1.5. I did not pick Washington. Raiders, +6.
First we
I
know.
love Washington.
Yes, we know.
Raiders,
work out.
+6. KC, +9.5. And listen, that Monday night game, I don't know. I wanted to touch it so bad. I think Seattle is so much more talented.
So do I.
But the Giants are 7-1 after a loss since they got this new coach.
Interesting.
It only means that they lose every other game, but still,
Geno Smith
Geno
revenge
Smith.
game?
Scary, though.
yeah, I couldn't touch it. But that's gonna be a fun one to fucking put on.
You can bet the under in that game because that's going to be terrible.
I got the Dolphins +2.5, Cincinnati -2.5, the New Orleans Satans -3, the Houston Texans +3, and the KC Jets game over 42.5.
It's a good bet.
That's the number of times they're going to show Taylor Swift over 42.5.
42.5.
Or say her name.
It's worse than when they had the Mannings play and they would show the parents. It's that bad.
Yep.
It was that infuriating. I have Miami Bills under 53.5. Chicago plus 3.5. Arizona plus 14. Jets plus 9.5. And the Minnesota Vikings minus 3.5.
Minus 3.5.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Carolina Panthers.
I know. Bryce Young sucks.
I have Miami
Doesn't play.
plus 2.5. Denver at Chicago under 46. Arizona at San Fran. I have Arizona plus 14. KC minus 9.5 versus the Jets. And Cincy minus 2.5 versus Tennessee.
You mean minus?
Minus
Hitler.
2.5. Just kidding.
You mean
Minus
minus
the Casey
Hitler?
Hitlers.
I said minus 2.5, right?
The Tennessee Hitlers.
We should do like a bracket of like all of your guys and like see who would win. Like,
What do you mean,
Like,
like
a
the
March
worst
Madness bracket, like number 1 seeds. You
Of,
know?
like, awful
like an
people?
evil bracket.
Oh, I can make an evil
You
bracket.
know,
Want me to make
Hitler's a 1 seed.
Cuomo
Mid-year
was like
bracket?
an 8 or 9 seed.
Yeah.
Well, I know Epstein's going to be a fraud. He's got to be
He's
a
not-
fraud.
he's
Or
like
is
a-
he the worst?
Well, you
no,
could do-
he's like a 4 seed.
Like
Hitler
the
is
fraud-
definitely the worst.
Satan's a 1 seed.
You could have fraud as like a whole region.
Maybe Satan.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
have the fraud region.
Yes.
The tough guy region.
Right.
Yep.
And then the worst?
Yeah.
Like the geeky region. You know,
Who would be in the geeky region?
like Bill Gates.
Right.
You know,
Oh.
because he's done tons of evil shit, probably.
Mr. Pastor.
You know.
He's done tons of evil shit.
Yeah. And then you have just like a 1 politician region.
Yeah.
You know?
Fauci is
Yeah.
number 1.
Oh, jeez, we're not
that
doing
could
that.
go
Nope,
both
nope,
ways.
nope,
That could go both ways.
First down dogs.
All right, first down dogs.
First down, dogs.